Chapter 53. Kyler sat in the darkness and stench of his cell deep into the night. He threw the Kakari into the corner of the room. It bounced, eerily, noiselessly. He extended a hand and willed it back. It flew through the air as if on invisible strings and slapped into his palm. He threw it again and this time willed it to mold itself into a spike. He sucked it back through the air and when it hit his palm, it squished and went back into his body. He could escape. After he died this time, everything would be different. He heard the sound of someone speaking in a distant hallway. A door opened, and soon Kyler heard the sound of a big man's footsteps. The face that eventually appeared, however, wasn't the one he expected. "Lantano Garwashi," Kyler said, standing and bowing. "Night Angel," Garwashi bowed equally low. "May I come in?" Kyler smirked at how the man was treating this like a social visit. "Please." Garwashi unlocked the door and came in. "How'd you get here?" Kyler asked. "I asked permission." "Ah, you robbed me, Night Angel." "How so?" Kyler asked. "Our duel. It was to have been the height of our glory, a duel for the ages." Kyler didn't know why, but that Lantano Garwashi was peeved not to get to fight him 5 years hence somehow warmed Kyler. Perhaps it was the only way Garwashi had to say that he would have liked to be Kyler's friend. The Night Angel keeps their word. "The Night Angels keep their word," Kyler said. "A Night Angel will be there, I promise." "He will be your equal?" "He may even be yours," Kyler said, grinning. Garwashi cracked a smile. He sat on the stone shelf opposite Kyler and folded his legs beneath him. Kyler sat similarly on his bunk. "I don't understand Cenarian honor," Lantana Garwashi said. "King Gyra will rule whether you do this or not. Why will you die for a people unworthy of you?" "I don't know. I only know it felt like the right thing to do." "Do you have a lover? Does she approve of this?" Kyler hadn't even thought of it. The look on his face must have betrayed him, because Garwashi shook his head, chuckling. "You tell me, Night Angel, would you give her life to accomplish this?" Kyler was as shocked that Lantana Garwashi was asking the question as he was by the question itself. "I wouldn't ask anyone to die for my ideals." "Yet you ask Logan to kill for them." Kyler had no answer. "Since you've never sent men to their deaths, let me make the question easier. Would your lover give her life to change this land?" "Yes, gladly." "Then perhaps she will forgive you one day." "Well, I plan to come back to life before she finds out." Instead, Kyler said, "I wouldn't have expected a Cesari to care what a woman thinks." Garwashi burst into laughter. "No Cesari wishes to marry a shadow. A woman should be as fiery as her hair. Syrian women whisper on the streets and shout in the home. Young Cesari think that means only in the bedroom." Garwashi grinned. "They learn." Kyler couldn't help but smile too. After a few more minutes, Garwashi stood. "I must go," he said. "I will expect your successor at Midsummer's in 5 years. May your sword soul shine even brighter, Night Angel." Lantana Garwashi left, and to his surprise, Kyler slept. He woke at the sound of a lockpick scraping. He was alert instantly and stood stealthily. The door opened moments later, telling him that whoever was breaking into the cell was a professional. The locks on the noble cells were tight. The door cracked open and Squard Warble's face appeared. He grinned to see Kyler awake and in a ready position. "You're Blint's apprentice after all, ain't you?" "Morning, lad." "What are you doing here?" Kyler asked. "There are 2 contracts out on you. One from inside to kill you," he meant inside the Sakage. "The other one's from some nobles." Kyler's eyes never left Squard Warble, though the man didn't have a weapon drawn. "Ter Grayson's folk?" "Actually, some shadow saved a bunch of lords during the coup. They think they owe you. You might want to guess which contract I took." "Depends on who in the Sakage took out the other one," Kyler asked. Squard Warble spat. "The one from inside wasn't from one of my usual clients, and Mama Kay likes you. I don't plan on betting against her. I took the noble's contract." He drew a knife and extended it hilt first. Kyler waved it off. "Tell them thanks, but I'm not here 'cause I can't escape." "I told them you'd say that. They said I'd get half for trying. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but you're crazy brave." "More one than the other, I think." Squard Warble laughed. "How about this, then? I lied when I said there's 2 contracts. There's 3. Third one the same as the second to free you. You got more friends than a wet boy oughta. You want to guess who took it out? Pray tell. The wet boy grinned. The king, his own self. If and I was king, I'd just let you go. Guess nobles don't think like the rest of us. You coming? Damn you, Logan. Damn you for flinching. Kyler swallowed. Staying. Scarwarble's eyebrows lifted. Then he shrugged. You ought to be a noble your own self. You're a man in love with death, Night Angel. See you on the other side.